Woohoo! We are back in business, everybody. The market is down, but we are up. We are up just over $50 today when we were just down about $200 yesterday. We made some adjustments. We will continue to make some adjustments, but we are living to fight another day. Let's hop in there and see exactly what we have going on and what we can do. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another day of trading, another day, another Delta. I am Michael. Today is Thursday, April 4th. Just before the market close here on the Pacific West Coast. Let's get started and see exactly what we got going on for today. So I'm going to move down the line and then see what other adjustments we need to make. So yesterday I basically rolled up my AA position, my Alcoa, and I had a feeling I was going to get possibly slightly whipsawed. You'll see here. So Alcoa is down just over 3% today. So $1.21. So $1.21 we're down. So basically what I did is I rolled from the 25 strike put up to the 30 strike put. So in hindsight, if I would have left my 25 strike alone, I would have actually seen this position come in more, meaning I would be up more than just $34 for the day. But you can see here, because Alcoa came back down, that now the price of my short put actually went up. So I'm down $16 here, but my call now, my short call, has more room to breathe. So overall, I'm up $34 for this day. And I'm not too concerned because we still got 43 days to go and we just have that much more premium collected. So after my roll, we are looking at over $1 in collected premium, $1.14. So we have enough wiggle room before we even have to start worrying about this position. GDX, guys, this one is the one that made me breathe a little heavy. In hindsight, I shouldn't have been as aggressive with my roll, meaning I shouldn't have rolled up all the way to the 31 put strike. I probably could have gotten away rolling this thing up to the 30, but I wanted to collect enough premium because I didn't want this thing to get away from me. I am trading only a $2,500-ish, I guess now maybe like a $2,300 account. So I want to give myself enough credit to work with. So you can see here, I've had a couple different rolls, a few different rolls. Overall, I've collected $1.33 on this position. What this did here, what I put on the chart, is these pink lines are my break evens. So even if GDX closes after 40 something days, we got 43 days to go. So even if GDX closes above 33, but below 34.33, I am still profitable. So this right here, just collecting more premium, widens out my break even, which gives me more room for profitability. Now, nothing really to do in GDX. I don't know, where we're going to go from here. But again, I have all the way down to 29.67 before I even have to start truly stressing. So just to put it into perspective, so we said 29.67 divided by the last price was 32.75. So we're looking at a down move of over 9% to touch my break even on the downside. So we're okay still. Intel, I'm going to come back to Intel because this bad boy going to need to be managed, and we're going to have to figure out what to do together because this thing is going to be clunky if we want to roll it, but we're in it. Let's see if we can stay in it. IWM, guys, nothing at all to do with IWM here. You can see here the delta is 15, almost 16 on the call side and 24 on the put side. If you look at the chart here, we're still smack dab in the middle. Basically, this is a textbook case iron. Condor, nothing that we really want to do here. We don't want to make any adjustments on this thing. Run, sun run. I'm happy I didn't make any adjustments. We're going to give ourselves enough room on basically, we're still smack dab in the middle. So we're going to just let this thing sit and go from there. See what happens. SPY, guys, up. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. I told myself so. I didn't want to roll up. I didn't want to roll up so aggressively, but I've been burned in the past by shorting SPY. And sure enough, I rolled up my short put spread all the way up to the 513 level. And sure enough, what happens? We get a 1% down move in SPY today, and we are now testing basically my short put strike. I'm annoyed about it, but who knows? The market, all these people are going to buy the dip, even though it's 1%. So who knows? Let's stay around this level. What I can do if I want to get this thing into a straddle, or basically an iron fly, which is a straddle where you buy the wings to define the risk, I might move this to the 513. But I don't think, guys, I think I'm going to just mark this as a loss if I have to. I don't want to keep rolling this thing out in time, because you can see with Intel, rolling it out in time is just super clunky, guys, and I never know with SPY. I always think SPY is going to go down when it goes up, and I think it's going to go up when it goes down. So I'm done with SPY, unless I have enough capital, or when I have enough capital to sell undefined risk position. So we're going to let this thing sit for now. Let's see how the next couple days pan out, but I still have a little bit, I have 15 days left to go. So if nothing happens, we're still profitable. We still collect right now 99 cents in premium. So we're going to let this thing sit for a little bit longer. Now, Intel, guys, getting back to Intel, we have just a few minutes to go before the market close. We want to take care of this clunky thing. So I want to roll this thing out in time, keep Intel alive. But you can see here, like, this thing has gotten away from us big time. So do we just keep rolling this thing out in time, keeping the same 46 strike, regardless of the strategy, just keep that 46 strike? Do we roll that short strike, that short put strike down? What do we do? Right, because what if over the next 5, 6, 7 months, Intel just continues going down to 35, right? And then I'm going to have a super deep in the money put that has a higher chance of getting called, put away, basically. I don't necessarily want that to happen. So one thing I can do is just mark the loss, lick my wounds, take the $200 loss, which is going to hurt my pride, hurt my account, because it is a small account, right? That's one thing we can do. But let's see. Over the last few years, right? This is the weekly chart over the last 5 years. I don't know, guys. It seems like, the low was right around what? Let's call it $25, give or take a few cents. I mean, it's possible, guys. It's totally possible. But you can see over the long term, it's really been, hitting here a low, like, usually hits a low around what? Let's call it $44, 44, 44, 44, 44. I can't imagine this thing going down even further. I mean, it's totally possible. So what I want to do, though, is let's see, does it make sense to go undefined, right? So if we buy back, let's sell the wings, okay? Our buying power now, we don't have enough. See, this thing here, if we go completely naked in this position, we now tie up an additional $743. So we're going to have not even just barely $100 left to work with in buying power. And if we get another sharp move to the upside or the downside, whatever it is, in other positions require more buying power to be reduced, we're going to be in the negative. We're going to have to basically sell out of positions so we're no longer in the hole. That is not ideal. Okay, guys? So let's see what we can do now. So I got to do a little bit less talking, more moving. So because the market will close, what I do want to do, let me just roll this thing out. 43. So if we kept the same strikes, 46.50. So it'll be a $32 credit. And then if we do 46.40, 46.42 is what we have over here. So we'd be rolling this thing for a debit. Not ideal. What I can do, however, is let's see if we want. So basically, if we close this thing, so we'd be paying, let's just round 370 debit, okay? But let's say I want to go down a strike and widen it by 1. So we can do, so move it to the 45. and have a $5 wide spread on each side. So that right there, I'm collecting, so let's say 390 minus 370. That's a 20-cent increase in credit. My buying power actually reduces by another $100. This will keep me alive. The only problem is it sucks collecting only an extra 20 cents. That's something that I can do to keep just slowly getting, closer and closer to the actual strike or the current, basically, trade price. So I could do that. Another alternative, let's see if we want to keep the $5 wide spread here. Okay, this gets me a little bit closer, and I'm only giving up, so I'm still making 6 cents. I would prefer to do this. I'm thinking about doing this one, guys, and slowly chasing this thing down. If I move it here, I don't know if I necessarily want to pay a debit, but we might do it. We might do it. Let's see. So we got a minute and a half. So 43 divided by 39.79 was the last that I saw. That's 8% up move. Guys, I want to give myself enough breathing room to the upside. Let's move this thing to the 44. Let's just do it. But let's do I want to keep the chain alive. So what I'm going to do this real quickly, guys. So 46. Let's move this thing down. 46. So we're going to move it to the 45 and make it a $5 wide spread. Okay, filled. And now, guys, we're racing against the clock. 45 and 40. See, 43-cent debit. Okay, wow, look at that, guys. Guys, did you see that? That is unbelievable. Look at this. I put in the order for 42-cent debit, guys, and Tasty Trade filled me. Basically, I got filled at 30 cents. Guys, that on a small stock like this, on a $40-ish stock, on a $40-something stock, guys, for a 12-cent price improvement, that is insane. It's not like we're talking, Tesla or Netflix or anything like that, where the spreads are huge. So that is amazing. So that actually bettered my roll, guys. So if we do the math here, so let's say, I collected 46 by rolling the short calls, basically the short call spread, and I paid 30 cents only. So I paid 30 cents on the roll for the short puts. So I basically netted a $16 credit. Guys, is that phenomenal or not? I mean, we talked about it. But, yeah, anyway. Look, looks like we are doing okay. So let's adjust the numbers here. I don't like how this is $5 wide, but I want to keep the dream alive in Intel, guys. I'm being super stubborn. I haven't learned my lesson, but I'm being more aggressive, more proactive with my rolls, so I think we can actually make it happen. So let's adjust all these strikes. Let me just move these out of the way for now. So our new straddle, or basically our new iron fly level, is 45. So let's do this. So overall, I collected, for these two here, I collected 225. So if I want to just do 45 minus 225, we're not even factoring in commissions at this point, guys. So it's 42.75. And then on the upside, I already forgot 225. So that would be 47.25. So those are our new break evens. So let's see, to get above this break even of 42.75. So 42.75 divided by 39.73. So Intel needs to bump up 7.6% for me to basically break even. Okay, so let's see, we got another 40 something days to go. We're gonna be holding through earnings. Not super ideal, but we'll take it as it comes. So other than that, guys, I have nothing else to do. The market already is closed. We're just gonna sit tight, sit on our hands. You know, we might make a couple more adjustments tomorrow, but that's about it. Well, that's it for today, guys. As always, any questions, comments, trade ideas, ideas in general, anything you're working on, drop them in the comments down below. I love learning with you all, as I hope you love learning with me. If you like this video, give me a big fat thumbs up so I know I am doing a good job. And if you haven't yet already done so, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any new videos coming out. Until next time, guys, take care.